Good evening, Dr. Anderson. This is Benita Grant. I am giving you my feedback for the PowerPoint that was created to help teachers set up their kindergarten standard space report card. No, excuse me, kindergarten standard space grade book. Well, I'm looking at slide number 2, and just upon looking at that slide, step 1 asked me to click on the app switcher. And when you click on the app switcher, you're supposed to see Campus Instruction Beta. Well, when I click on the app switcher in an actual kindergarten gradebook, I do not see that. I do not see Campus Instruction Beta, so I'm not able to click on that. However, I do continue to see Campus Community, so when I click on that, it takes me to an entirely different screen, and it asks me for a username and password. Okay, so I'm going back to the gradebook. So that's the first thing that I see that may be not so user-friendly. And then too, maybe they have yet to update the gradebook. That's what I'm assuming. Okay, let's go to the second slide. Slide number 2. Okay, well, in slide number 2, it asks you to click on account settings. Well, it seems as if we click on account settings from when you switch the app up here. Remember, we didn't see that, so I tried another setting that stated count settings, which is down here in the gradebook. But when I click on account settings in this area, it brings me back to another screen asking for a current password. When I put in the password, nothing happens. So I'm not actually seeing the screenshot that they have in slide number 3. I'm not actually seeing that. So that may be a bit confusing as well. Also, I am now currently on slide 4. And slide 4, of course, looks slightly different. And I think that's because I was not able to change the apps switcher to beta. And then again, so I think this is why it still looks just totally different. But even here, the settings that are here on the slide for slide 4 is totally different than what I see for the actual gradebook, and I'm in gradebook as it's asking me, so I'm still in gradebook on both, but it still look a bit different. Okay, the next thing that I noticed was that on the grade calculation, now that seems to be definitely a little look familiar in terms of what I see in the gradebook. So when I click on the page, when I click on assignments, and I am going to go into the gradebook under the assignments tab, and I'm going to click on edit grade calculation. Okay, now this part here looks definitely familiar in terms of what I see on slide 6. Okay, so this looks definitely familiar. Some of the same language that I see on slide 6 is the same things and same language that I see in the actual gradebook under that same setting. Also, too, I wanted to mention that I think some of the language says click on the setting. Well, there is not a setting for the gradebook that I'm looking at. It's assignment, so that may be a little confusing as well. But again, I say I really feel like the gradebook that I'm looking at, Miss Carol's gradebook, is not the beta version. And what I know about beta is that beta versions look totally different from the actual site itself. So maybe this is why. So maybe once they actually update, I'm assuming, Infinite Campus, then maybe I'll get some of those same settings. But in the meantime, we are definitely going to work around it, and we're going to set the gradebook up based on the standards that were placed in here. And we're going to try and create our assignments, play around with it, and see what we come up with. And we'll go from there. But until that time, I just wanted you to know that the PowerPoint does not quite match what the gradebook currently looks like at this time, and I'm not able to switch as it indicated in slide 2, switch the app, so I wasn't able to do that. So anyway, just kind of wanted to share that with you, and I hope that we can move forward soon. But again, in the meantime, we're going to still try and set our gradebook up based on what we have here with the standards and just see where it takes us. Thank you and have a wonderful night. Bye.